Hello students, in the previous class we have seen the oxidation state. Today let us discuss about magnetic properties. So generally coming to magnetic properties, this magnetic character is expressed in terms of magnetic moment, we can say, which is denoted by mu. Okay, so it is denoted by mu, which is expressed in terms of magnetic moment due to two reasons. One is from spin moment, other is from orbital moment, we can say. So what we can say here, the magnetic character so here the magnetic character is expressed in terms of magnetic moment, we can say, which is denoted by mu. Okay, so due to two reasons. What are the two reasons we can say here? One is spin magnetic moment. Spin magnetic moment is due to what? Spinning of electron, which is revolving around its own axis. Okay, so spin moment, this is due to what here? This is due to spinning of electrons is revolving its own axis, that is anti-clockwise and clockwise direction, we can say, that is plus half and minus half. So means what here, this is a molecule if you take, so the electrons is spinning like this, or it can spin like this. Okay, so it can spin positive direction and also negative direction. So this is about spin moment. So coming to here orbital moment, if you take orbital moment, so here orbital moment is due to what here? Is due to electron is revolving in a closed path around nucleus. So what we can say? Electrons is revolving closed path around a nucleus. So this is about orbital moment. Okay, so by this what we can say here, the effective magnetic moment is due to the, by adding magnetic moment due to motion and also spinning. So the effective magnetic moment, we can say what here, the effective magnetic moment means mu is equals to mu L plus mu S. So mu L is orbital, this is about effective magnetic moment. Okay, this mu, and here orbital magnetic moment, spin magnetic moment. So as we know, this is about here G L into root or L into L plus 1 plus G S into root or S into S plus 1 we can take. So with GL and GS is equals to 2. So here what will be getting here? S2. Okay, 2 into root over S into S plus 1 we can take. Since GS is equal to the constant value is 2, so we are going to get GL into L plus 1 plus 2 into S into S plus 1. So when it go inside, so we are going to get here L into L plus 1 plus 4S into S plus 1. So this is about magnetic moment susceptibility. Okay, for atom or ion there is no contribution of magnetic moment due to orbital angular momentum, that is mu L is equals to 0. So here magnetic moment, where mu is magnetic moment. So but what happens, this one we call it as magnetic susceptibility for atom or ion, but there is no contribution of magnetic moment due to orbital angular momentum, that is mu L equals to 0. So then what we are getting here, mu is equals to 4S into S plus 1 Bohr Magneton. So this is about magnetic moment. So when a rod of paramagnetic substance is placed in a magnetic field, okay, so when, sorry for the disturbance, so when a rod of paramagnetic substance magnetic field, it will take parallel position. That is what here we are getting here, mu is equals to root over n into n plus 2, number of unpaired electrons, okay, where n indicates what here, n indicates number of unpaired electrons we can take. So by this what we can say here, it consists of two types. We can measure the magnetic moment, okay, in first D series, 4D series also. So when a sample is placed in a side of balance, that is electromagnetic field, when the magnetic field is on, the sample is either attracted into magnetic field. So it is measured by what? Adding or removing on other pan. If the sample is paramagnetic, it is parallel to the field, means if the sample is diamagnetic, it will repelled by the field. So here powdered sample is taken into a cylinder made up of Pyrex glass. This is all can be explained due to Gauss balance method. This much we no need actually. So coming to here, it consists of two types, that is diamagnetic and paramagnetism. Diamagnetic is nothing but what here? Diamagnetic means paired electrons. If the substance contains paired electrons, that one we call it as diamagnetic. If the substance contains unpaired electrons, we call it as paramagnetic. Okay. So coming to here, let us see 3D series configuration. So that is scandium. If you are taking Sc plus 3, how many unpaired electrons? 3 unpaired electrons is there. Okay, so then magnetic moment mu value will be 0. Means if you substitute here 0 into 0 plus 2, it will be 0. And titanium, Ti plus 3. Here we are having configuration, electrons, 2 electrons, 3 electrons, 1 electron only we are having, D2S2. So the value will be 1.73, that is mu value. If V plus 3 you are taking, D2, and here the value will be 2.83 mu. And if you take V plus 2 or C plus 3, which will be D3, that one will be having 3.87. These are magnetic moment values. If you substitute these values in the formula of this one, okay. And coming to here, next one, Cr plus 2, Mn plus 3, D4 we are having some 4.9. Next one, if you take Mn plus 2, Fe plus 3, D5, that is 5.92 mu. Fe plus 2, Fe plus 3, that is we are having, that is Cu. If you take D6, 4.9 again, it decreases as we know the reason I have told you. CO plus 2, if you have been taken D7, 3.87, and Ni plus 2, Cu plus 2. D8 you will be having 2.83, D9 will be having 1.73, and for Zn plus 2, D10 it will be having 0 for 1D series. So when you substitute in this formula root over n into n plus 2, so 1 unpaired electron, so you will be getting like this 1 into 1 plus 2, so you will be getting root over 3 value this is. And if it is 2 4s are root over 8 value, means here you will be getting 2 root 2. And for this 3 into 3 plus 2, so 3 5s are 15, root over 15 value. So like this values is from this formula, that is root over n into n plus 2. So means what here in diamagnetic the substances is repelling. Okay, so the force tends to avoid the means when a rod of diamagnetic is placed in a magnetic field, it will take place a right angle triangle, so which will do not contain unpaired electrons. And coming to paramagnetic, when you place in a magnetic field, it allows the magnetic lines to force to pass through them. That one we call it as paramagnetism. So this is nothing but paramagnetic and diamagnetic fields. In the next class we can see catalytic properties. Thank you.